What up, guys? If you want to understand the market maker rule of daily market cycle, this video is for you. I'll be using my 1, 2, 3 market maker trading rule to explain this so you can understand in a very simple way. Looking at this diagram, you could see that the market, on a daily basis, for every market, for every instrument, market has some certain rules they follow, and some people call it market maker rule or whatsoever. That is not my business. My business is we have the first cycle, which is what? The accumulation. I will label that as 1. Then we have the next one, which is the manipulation. I will label that as 2. Then the next one is what? Distribution or expansion. Then I will label that as 3. So this is my market maker rule, the 1, 2, 3 market maker rule. So how does this work? The first thing the market do when the market opens in the day is when you get to your chart, the market will have the opening price. So after the opening price, which is the first candle of the day, then the market would accumulate orders. So what is the process of accumulation? An accumulation is when market is buying and selling in a tight range, in a range. That is just a simple explanation to that. Accumulation of price, when you are gathering orders together from buyers and sellers. That is the accumulation. So when you are now gathering orders from buyers and sellers in a tight spot, that means you are going to have a very big volume. Then when you have a very big volume, that means there's a ton of liquidity sitting down there. So having a ton of liquidity sitting down there, the market maker, they will be attracted to this type of point because they know that they can take money from the sellers and from the buyers, So how does this work? After this accumulation, which is the number 1, the number 2 will now be your what? Manipulation. So what will the market do? The market will create an inducement. Probably in this accumulation of price, the market might just break structure. So breaking this structure would make people that are selling thinks, oh, I am making more money. And the market is going to take out orders from the buyers or whatsoever. So after doing that, the market will now what? Manipulate. So after manipulation, the orders from where? From the buyers has been stopped out here. The orders from the sellers have also been stopped out here. Then buy stop traders are also triggered here. So that is the second phase, which is this first phase, which is this one, is the what? Boom. The second phase is which one? Manipulation. Boom. So after that, the manipulation. But for you to now validate this manipulation, it is not just trading above your accumulation. It is what? After taking it out, you want to see a very sharp move breaking structure. So once you have this, then you have your what? Distribution or expansion, which is the 3. So that means you have your 1, your 2, then this phase is now your 3. So this is my 1, 2, 3 market maker cycle range. So once this has happened, you have gotten yourself a what? A protected eye. So this is a protected eye. So where this protected eye now comes in is now, you can now apply my ABC rule in this place to pick an entry for yourself. So after getting this 1, 2, 3, the next thing you now need is my what? A, B, C. So now, this B, this 2, which is what? I need a clean board. Sorry, guys. So looking at this diagram, let me use this. Now, this is the first phase, 1, which is the accumulation of price, right? This is the second phase, 2, which is the manipulation of price. This is the third phase, 3. So after looking at this, after getting this, you already get yourself a valid trading range. So what you do next is you now apply my ABC rule. What would you do with my ABC rule now is now that you will now label, I told you guys, this is my ABC rule, A, B, and C. And I told you guys that my A is as a result of a point that takes liquidity. But remember, if this is liquidity and this guy takes liquidity and breaks structure, that makes this guy my A. So now I need a B. So a B is now what? This guy. And my C is now right here. So I now get myself an entry right here. So with the use of my 1, 2, 3, which is the market maker model, which is the consolidation, manipulation, and expansion, you will get yourself a trading range. But with now my use of A, B, C, you can now organize yourself an entry. So what you do is when you wake up, you wait for market to open. After the opening price, you wait for market to do whatever it wants to do. Then you pay attention to the first break of structure of the day. So once you pay attention to that first break of structure of the day, it is most likely to be a trap. Then you wait for them to take it. So after taking it, then you wait for them to what? Break structure back to that desired direction. Then this is now your what? Accumulation 1, manipulation 2, then expansion 3. So inside this cycle, to now pick an entry for yourself, this point that takes out liquidity is now your what? A. The first incomplete pullback is now your B. Then this weak low is now your C. Then you will now put your entry right here. That is a very beautiful logic to enter a trade. There are much more advanced way to pick an entry right from here, direct, or right from here directly. But that is going to be tricky. And trust me, I'm doing this content so that you guys can trade in a very much more easy way, because I believe most of you guys are still struggling. So that is why I won't be teaching you the advanced part of things. So with this simple 1, 2, 3 rules for trading range and ABC rule for entry, trust me, you can get yourself a profitable trading model that can change your life. So always remember, it is logic over pattern. Thank you, guys.